Lampoon's Christmas Vacation might be one of the dumbest Christmas movies I've ever seen. Hi, welcome back to the channel. But it's not to say it's heartfelt. It's got a cute message in the end, and it's got one crazy main character, one dad who just wants to have give his family the perfect Christmas out there. Chevy Chase, if you know him, if you know back in the 80s and 90s, he was a comedic genius along with guys like Steve Martin, Bill Murray, Eddie Murphy, and he's right up there. He's on a lot of people's Mount Rushmore. And if you've seen National Lampoon's Vacation, you kind of get the gist, the comedy schlick, the comedy tropes that popped up here and there in that film. Well, in this film, he plays the same character, Clark Griswold, but this time around, they're not going on a vacation. They spend the Christmas holiday at home, but the only catch is they invite a lot of relatives over, and that's where the chaos sort of picks up in this movie. You have to be aligned with the humor in this movie. It's not exactly for everyone. I think only a small percentage of people will get the humor in this movie. It reminded me of the Three Stooges. Some of that comedy that pops up here and there. Well, you either will be into it or not. So yeah, Chevy Chase plays a blue-collar guy who's always trying to stay positive, always a nice guy, but I think deep down he has that Grinch in him. You mess with me, you mess with my family, you're gonna get the horns. His persona in this movie is so layered that gets overlooked by the fact that he's this, genuine nice guy. And his Beverly D'Angelo plays his wife. And she's, always supportive. She's always by his side. If you watched National Lampoon's Vacation, his kids were totally different, two different actors. Well, here it's the same, two different actors. They're just along for the ride. But yeah, in the beginning, they are walking in feet of snow, 3 inches of snow, whatever. And they're looking for a Christmas tree. The only catch is they forgot a saw. But yet somehow the next scene, they have the tree, this huge tree cut down, strapped to the back of their station wagon. And it's moments like that where you kind of question, like, how did they manage to yank that tree down? That's huge. It's the middle of winter. But anyways, you just go for the ride. And that's kind of what makes this movie so, like I said, genuine and special. What the story really is about is a guy just trying to survive the holidays. He's got a high-end job at some office, and he's waiting for his bonus. And he's on eggshells whenever his boss walks around the office. And he tries his best to not, snap at the higher end guys working with him. We learn a lot about Clark Griswold in this movie. And I think he's most on edge when a lot of his relatives, his in-laws, come over and spend, a week with them and they're all under one roof. You sort of get the keen sense that the more Clark spends time with his in-laws and his family, the more he's ready to break. It does get to that point around the second and third act. It goes off the rails. But the film manages to keep you invested in the humor, the unexpected humor. This movie was produced by legendary 1980s director John Hughes. I think a lot of inspiration from this movie was from him. A lot of ideas were from him. This can be looked at as a dark comedy also. But in the end, guys, it's memorable. I think a lot of people from the 80s and 90s love this movie. Give it a watch. It's not as bad as you think. If you can get through the humor, the stupid humor, you really get a good Christmas movie out of this one. Guys, what are your thoughts on National Lampoon's Vacation? Have you seen it? What is your favorite Christmas movie during the holidays? Let me know in those comments below. Plenty more content to come, guys. My name is Joel, and this is Dark Room Reviews, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Folks, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It really helps out in the long run. Dark Room Reviews, it's the place you should be subscribed to.